So we're getting ready to go for the second of our 4 races here this afternoon on screen. The reigning world champion Karol Basz starting out of pole position here this afternoon. He's had a pretty good run through the heats, picking up a couple of heat wins, a pre-final win this morning. He is to the left of your screen. Of course, he became the first ever Polish world karting champion. The Englishman on screen, he was world champion 3 years ago, 2013. Tom Joyner from England for the Tony Kart team, powered by the TM on the outside of the front row. Of course, this is the original kart. Yes, it's an okay final. It's more than okay. It's brilliant. How about this girl? We cannot speak highly enough of her. She is a super talent. She starts out of grid number 3. Marta Garcìa Lopez from Valencia in Spain in the Evo Kart. As the 1 minute board goes up, there's Lorenzo Travisanutto with Ward Racing. The team from Sweden, run by Joachim Ward, who himself, as a former driver, finished 7th in the World Championships way back in 1988. No, there's no push button start. There's no clutch. It's like the good old days of 100cc ICA. There's Ben Henley, the reigning European champion, driving the Jules Bianchi 17 chassis from the Mad Croc Promotions team. He starts out at grid number 5. He had a brilliant pre-final, coming from grid 16 to 5th. Martijn van Leeuwen in the Birrell Art. You can see how easily they fire into life. For all that effort, of which there is very, very little, we have shed something like 12 kilograms off the weight of a kart, and it's brilliant to see. The karts are much, much better to drive. They're more spectacular, and the racing has been sensational. What a classy field this is. Basz and Joyner, 2 world champions on the front row of the grid. Then it's Garcìa Lopez, Travisanutto, Henley and Van Leeuwen, Tontari and Smolja. The 5th row of the grid is Konsta Lappalainen and Clement Novalak. Christian Lunga, the reigning junior European champion, alongside Felice Tieni, the former World Cup winner. Vasile Yuyang Sun from China, Lucas Legere, Noah Milel out of grid 16, nephew of the 1996 world champion, Johnny Mislievich. Speaking of world champions, look at grid number 26, the reigning junior world champion from Florida. He made 1 corner of the pre-final. He had to walk back to the pits the long way. He starts this, the final, out of grid number 26. Look for the American in the number 227, Ricky Flynn Motorsport kart, to come charging through the field. Beautiful clear skies here in Adria. As we mentioned, not far from the Adriatic coast, around about 10 kilometers away. As the field starts to bank up behind Karol Basz. First Polish world champion, gave Kosmic their first ever world championship at Lokonka Muro Lecese World Circuit in September last year. We're getting ready to go for this 20-lap, 25-kilometer final. Basz lowers the blind on that radiator as the temperature creeps up a bit. Garcìa, the 239 Evo Kart. Van Leeuwen, he's had a brilliant weekend, took a heat win. Starts out at grid number 6 as we race up to the line. We go green. Can Joyner sweep around the outside? He's going to try, but he slots into 2nd spot. Not a bad start from the Englishman. They funnel down through turns number 1 and 2 here at Adria. Basz leads it from Joyner. Garcìa Lopez. Travisanutto in 4th spot and under pressure. He has to defend from Ben Henley. There he is. In the 219 Jules Bianchi kart, the front 3 have already skipped away. Van Leeuwen has to defend. Henley's lost out a spot, I think. Henley has moved back. Martijn van Leeuwen in the Birrell Art as Joyner has a big look down the inside of Karol Basz. That's going to cost him, look, he's lost 2-3 kart lengths. Left rear Vega over the ripple strip. Garcìa turns around, makes an adjustment on that carburetor of the Parilla engine for the Spaniard. Down into turn number 2. Bash, Joyner, Garcìa. Then we go back to, it's Henley up into 4th spot now. So Martijn van Leeuwen, the Birrell Art driver, is back in 6th. One ahead of Pavel Tontareu. Good start by Clement Novalak. Alexander Smoljar is 9th and Felice Tiene up into 10th. The battle is on for 2nd. Look, Karol Basz is already skipping away. They cannot let him do this or they won't see which way he went. You saw Joyner slide it under brakes, old school style. There are no front brakes on these original kart chassis. He's sideways onto the straight. He's susceptible. Here comes Garcìa. Oh, she can't do it. She slots back into the slipstream. Tremendous horsepower from the Parilla of Tom Joyner. Identical engine virtually for Marta Garcìa. Then we go back to Travisanutto for Ward Racing. He's up into 4th. Ben Henley's lost a couple of spots. This time Garcìa up the inside. She is into 2nd place. Let's see if the girl from Spain can chase down the pole. Joyner, 3rd, under pressure from Travisanutto. The pole leads the Spaniard, the Englishman, and now the Italian. Oh, the Italian's gone past Joyner, so Joyner in 2nd spot. And remember, on lap 1, he was looking to make a move on Karol Basz. He's now back off to 4th and off the podium. Across the line, the gap is already 1.085 seconds. Fastest lap of the race last time round for Pavel Tontareu. The CRG driver is in 5th spot in the 209 machine, charging up through the field. Next in the sights of the Finn is Tom Joyner on screen there, who is already lost 0.45 of a second to Marta Garcìa. Well, we've been asking all weekend who can take the challenge to Karol Basz. Martijn van Leeuwen in the Birrell Art took a heat win. He's faded back to 9th and being attacked by Konsta Lapalainen as Pavel Tontareu goes through on Tom Joyner. Let's listen to him down the straight. 16,000 RPM. The drivers say it's not actually that different to the good old days of ICA. 125cc direct drive engines. There's Garcìa. She's just done a fastest first sector. The gap is 1.044 seconds to the reigning world champion. She is catching him though. She's definitely catching him. Travisanutto's doing a good job in 3rd for Ward Racing. 3 different teams, 3 different manufacturers in the top 3. 5 different manufacturers in the top 5. Because the CRG of Tontareu, the Finn is 4th, and then the Zanardi kart is 5th. That is of Joyner. Fastest lap of the race, Marta Garcìa Lopez. She's done a 48.272. She is catching him. Here comes Marta. She's got the gap down to under 1 second. 0.9 of a second between this man on screen, Karol Basz, fastest lap of the race. Look at that. The girl from Valencia. She's left Travisanutto behind. Joyner is falling back through the field also. Fighting there with his countryman, Ben Henley, the reigning European champion. Combining the 2016 series with a Le Mans LMP2 program. As we watch Marta, a little bit of head movement. Floats it over the ripple strip in the Evo Kart. The gap last time was 0.947 of a second. It's down to 0.8. She is catching him again. Fastest lap of the race from Marta Garcìa. 48.16 seconds. Alexander Smoljar, the Russian, is into 5th. Felice Tiene from 12th on the grid is up into 6th. Now 2 CRGs in the top 6 because Pavel Tontareu going through there is in 4th, 1 step off the podium. Marta Garcìa, winner of the CIK FIA Academy Trophy for 2015. She was on the podium in the European Championships in the junior class last year. She was on the podium last weekend, 7 days ago in her home nation. We'll check the gap for you again. It's visibly closer. 0.87 last time round. Remains the same, 0.83. Slightly taking it out. Travisanutto, 0.9 of a second further back for Lorenzo. Martijn van Leeuwen's having a horror run. He's down into 13th. Behind Noah Millel, who's having a good drive. Vasile and Clement Novalak, the Brit, rounds out the 10. He's one behind his countryman, Tom Joyner, who's in 9th. Remember, in the early part of this race, Tom was challenging for the lead. The virtual championship, though, if Lorenzo Travisanutto can hold on, he will just take it from Karol Basz. Joyner cannot afford to lose any more spots. He's 3rd in the series as we speak, but he's falling down to 9th in the order on the road. He's just been passed by Christian Lundgaard, who's up into 8th in the Ricardo Kart. Anthony Ganji Jr., the American from New York for Ward Racing, has just been passed by Davide Lombardo. Taimo Komensashi, the Emirati driver, just behind that battle, as is Petro Hiltbrand. How competitive is this field? Well, we mentioned the reigning junior world champion, one of the fastest drivers on the planet, the American Logan Sargent. Yes, he started out of grid number 26. He has made progress, but he's only up to position 18. He's nowhere near the podium. He's fighting back there with Petro Hiltbrand that we just mentioned. The gap is down to 0.6 of a second though. 48.061 for Marta Garcìa Lopez. Here comes the girl from Spain. She's got the pole in her sights as the Kosmic rides the ripple strip. We've got more than half the race to go. Let's see if Bash looks behind him. No, he's too disciplined for that. He'll wait until he hears the Parilla engine over the sound of his own Vortex. Oh, she's really close. Remember, it was well over a second. She's taken half a second out of him in the Evo Kart, number 239. Down through the final corners of the circuit. This is half race distance. Exactly now, lap 10 of 20. 0.61, the gap remains the same. She needs to get a little bit closer to get the benefit of the slipstream here at Adria International Raceway. They're significantly faster than the KF karts of years gone by, touching almost 140 kilometers an hour here at Adria. You just see her ease off the throttle. The gap is going to be really interesting. You can see it. It was 0.615 of a second. I don't really need to give you the times anymore. It's almost becoming superfluous. Almost. She's visibly catching him. Marta Garcìa on the start-finish straight. Something's happened to Tom Joyner, though. The gap is down to 0.5 of a second. We have lost Tom Joyner, the 2013 world champion. We're looking for him out on the circuit. Tom Joyner is out of the race after challenging for the lead early on. So he joins Marco Maestranzi, Yu Yang Sung, and the Finn Konsta Lapalainen on the sidelines. Here comes Marta. The age-old argument of the next female Formula One driver. If ever there was a talent, forget the fact that she's a girl. She's just a damn good racing driver. Anyone that wanted to sign her up, and I believe she is being looked at by several teams, it's irrelevant. If they just want a good driver, it doesn't matter where they're from, which country, boy or girl. Marta is brilliant. She's got the gap down to 0.487 of a second. She is catching him. Lorenzo Travisanutto, he leads the series, albeit only just. Karol Basz is second in the WSK Supermaster Series. Even if he wins it, if Travisanutto holds on to third position, the Italian will take the title. So the pole leads the Spaniard, leading the Italian, Paavo Tontari, the Finnish driver, doing a great job in third. There he is. Oh no, make that fourth. Fifth, in fact, I should say, because Alexander Smolya, the Russian, has gone through on Tontari. There's Travisanutto. He's found a good home at Ward Racing. Has not even spent a year with them. As Karol Basz responds, the gap goes back out to 0.584 of a second. Karol Basz says, I'm not world champion for nothing, and he lays down a 47.983. Travisanutto with 7 laps to go. 2:01 on screen from Poland for the Kosmic Racing Department. He's still smiling from winning the World Championship at Loconca Muro-Lecese World Circuit in September last year. 2:14, that's Travisanutto. Flashes by. Bash over the ripple strip. There's Travisanutto, the series leader. A great job by the Russian, Alexander Smolyar, on the charge. 48.045 last time for Bash. Marta Garcìa, 48.006. Christian Lundgaard, you can see, is up into the top 10 in the Ricardo kart, behind Ben Henley in 7th. Taimur Komensashi, there's the Emirati in the Birla. Number 237 just flashes across the line now. Well, catching him is going to be one thing. Passing him is going to be something else. She first needs to get onto the rear bumper of the Kosmic kart. The gap has somewhat stabilized. We've done 3/4 race distance. 0.545 for Marta Garcìa. The crowd willing her on as Bash responds with another fastest lap. 47.949 for the pole, as opposed to 48 dead for Marta. Then it's Travisanutto. He's lapping 1/10 of a second off. There goes Ben Henley through. Christian Lundgaard, just ahead of Clement Novalak, Daniel Vasile. There goes Martin van Leven in the Birla. Davide Lombardo also, and you just got a glimpse of Logan Sargent, who has got up as high as position number 15. He's just got ahead of Jean-Baptiste Minoya, his countryman, the other American, Anthony Ganji, and the German David Brinkman. David in 18th position for the KSM Racing team. Bash goes through. Oh, it's getting serious now. The gap's now up to 0.8. It's going to be difficult from here because you can see Karol Basz has responded and says, cop that. 47.870. The driver from Poland is looking good for the win. Marta Garcìa has driven a brilliant race, but she's going to have to do something extraordinary and virtually impossible. There she is, from Valencia in Spain, the same city where the KZ driver Jorge Pescador comes from, that hosted the Mediterranean F1 Grand Prix for a few years back there. The beautiful city on the eastern coast of Spain. Tontari going through. Felice Tiene, the Italian's up into 5th spot. That's been a brilliant drive from Felice. The gap 0.92 of a second. So as it stands, we will have a Pole, a Spaniard, and an Italian on the podium. However, we've still got 2.5 laps to go of the OK final. Travisanutto. There he is, still leads the championship, albeit only just. Coming into the final round, it was actually Pedro Hiltbrand leading the fight. He's down in 14th. His countrywoman, Marta, is in 2nd. Logan Sargent, well, what could it be? 0 points for the pre-final. And the American is only in 15th, despite charging from the back of the grid in this race. Well, it's been a class act with 1.5 laps to go. He certainly found a home at Kosmic Racing Department. The team run by the legendary Olivier Maréchal. Let's not forget, he won 7 days ago the opening round of the European Championships. It looks as though it's going to be 2 victories in 7 days for the driver from Poland. He looks behind him. Finally, Marta Garcìa has virtually conceded. You just saw her reaching the carburetor on that Parilla engine as Karol Basz lays down a 47.839 and says, boys and girls, you're not going to catch me now. He's on his way to victory. Travisanutto still doing a great job in 3rd, holding off the Russian Alexander Smolyar. Felice Tiene, a brilliant drive for the Italian from Napoli. He's in 5th. but nobody is going to stop the pole, despite Marta setting a faster second sector. The checkered flag comes out. 2 wins in 7 days. The fourth and final round of the WSK Supermaster Series goes to the reigning world champion, Karol Basz. He wins here in Adria. A brilliant drive by the girl from Spain, Marta Garcìa Lopez. She takes second place on the podium. Lorenzo Travisanutto, a brilliant drive from the Italian. He finishes in third spot. So again, for the second time in 7 days, we will hear the Polish national anthem played on the top step of the podium. We're trying to calculate the points here, but we believe Travisanutto has won the WSK Supermaster Series for 2016. That is provisional, that is to be confirmed. We will confirm that for you in a few moments as we look at the highlights. From the outside of the front row, Tom Joyner. What happened to him? He didn't finish, classified way down in 25th. This is where Marta began her charge up through the field, first getting by the 2013 world champion. There was the Tony Kart driver who early on the first lap actually was looking to make a move on Karol Basz, but after that they didn't see which way the pole went. Marta got the gap down to 0.4 of a second at one stage, but Karol Basz, the reigning world champion, has won here at Adria by 0.870 of a second. So Basz wins it from Marta Garcìa Lopez. Lorenzo Travisanutto, the Italian, is third on the podium. Well done. Que bravo, Lorenzo. Brilliant drive from Alexander Smolyar to come home in fourth. An equally great job from Felice Tiene, il Napolitano. Quinto, the driver from Napoli, was fifth, ahead of the reigning European champion, Ben Henley, Paavo Tonteri, Christian Lundgaard, Clement Novalak, and a great drive by the Swede, Noah Millell, from grid 16th to come home in 10th. Three drivers not to finish. Konsta Lapalainen, the Finn, Marco Maestranzi, the other Evo Kart driver, and as we mentioned, Joyner. So she gave it everything she possibly could, but in the end, not quite enough for the 25-year-old from Poland. Karol Basz has won again for the second time in 7 days. He has won the fourth and final round of the WSK Supermaster Series, the second of our 4 finals here this afternoon. Marta was second and Lorenzo finishing third. We will have the podium for you in just a few moments, including the podium for the championship as well. Coming up in just a few moments when the drivers get back from Parc Fermé. The OK final has been won by Karol Basz from Marta Garcìa and Lorenzo Travisanutto. We're still trying to work out who has won the Supermaster Series for 2016. We will have the provisional podium for that as well. So unofficially, provisionally, Travisanutto has won the series. Stay with us. The podium presentations for the WSK Supermaster Series OK final in just a few moments. Direct drive racing is back. The OK Original Kart Final. Let's call to the podium our top three drivers after an exhausting 20-lap final. They're sweating. Let's call to third place for Ward Racing, Lorenzo Travisanutto. Second place from Valencia in Spain. Let's hear it for Marta Garcìa. The winner of the final round, 2 wins in 7 days, the top step of the podium, the reigning world champion, Karol Basz. As a third place trophy is presented to Lorenzo by the 5-time motorcycle world champion from the greatest country on earth, Mr. Mick Doohan. Second place trophy is presented to Marta Garcìa. And Mick will present the reigning world champion, Karol Basz, with the winning trophy. As we stand by for the national anthem of Poland. For the second time in 7 days, Karol Basz stands on the top step of the podium. Third place, Lorenzo. Second place is Marta Garcìa, and the winner of the final race, Karol Basz. The fourth and final round of the WSK Supermaster Series here at Adria. Of course, stay with us because we have got the points for the 2016 WSK Supermaster Series. In just a moment, we will also award the champions for 2016 here in the sunshine at Adria International Raceway. So 2 of the drivers are going to stay with us. The WSK Supermaster Series for 2016. Of course, last year's winner, Nicholas Nielsen. Third place for the 2016 OK 2016 Master Series from Spain, Pedro Hilbrand. Second place by just 6 points for the second time up on the podium, the reigning world champion, Karol Basz. And the winner, arguably the biggest win of his career for Ward Racing, the Italian, the 2016 champion, Lorenzo Travisanutto. Once again, we ask the 5-time world motorcycle champion, Mick Doohan, to present the third place trophy to Pedro. The second place trophy for the series to Karol. And the winner, Lorenzo Travisanutto. As we stand by for the national anthem of Italy. The 2016 podium. Let's step in for a quick word from Spain, Pedro Hilbrand. A difficult weekend, but third in the series. Not a bad result in the end.
Yeah, it's been a difficult weekend. We've never been on the top. I feel so sorry for the team, but it's still the European let's see what happened. I want to regret my team. All the team did a great job. All the championship we were first. We lost at the end, but it's no problem. We will be better on the European.
Bravo Pedro, ci vediamo tra 2 settimane. Well done. Karol Basz, 2016. You just missed out on the title, but 2 wins in 7 days. Not a bad year so far.
Yeah, I did amazing May, so we make fantastic month. Free victory, last free victory, we make perfect job with the Kosmic racing team. So thank you for we make fantastic job, and yeah, we will see what's happen in 2 weeks on European Championship. We are fantastic, eh? Thank you, guys.
Well done, Karol Basz. Bravo, Lorenzo, hai vinto. You have won the 2016 Supermaster Series. How do you feel?
Well, for sure, it's an amazing feel. Let's say I'm very happy because we've been very consistent throughout all the races. We have some lucky races and some unlucky, so I think we've done anyway a great job.
Congratulations, Lorenzo, and not bad, the trophy being presented by the legend, the 5 times world motorcycle champion, Mick Doohan.
Well, that makes everything more special for sure.
We might just step in for a quick word with Mick. Mick, it's been a fantastic weekend here. Beautiful weather and fantastic competition.
Oh, absolutely. The level here, it's a world championship within go-karting, isn't it, every weekend? So, you know, these guys know their craft, and it's great to watch them out there racing.
Mick, it's fantastic to have you here at the WSK Series. Have a good trip home to the greatest country on earth tonight, back home to Australia.
It is a long way, so thank you.
Thank you, Mick. There's our podium, the OK Series for 2016. 3rd, Pedro. 2nd, Karol. And Lorenzo, the winner for 2016.